and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and my schedule can get a little hectic. From softball practices to going to class, traveling for games, spending time with family, and catching up with friends, I am always on the go. I want a bank that can help me from anywhere, but also be there when I need them. That's Midwest Bank. They have the same mobile banking technology as those big banks, but have that hometown feel that I like every time I walk through the doors. They make banking easy no matter where I am. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in October. Try their brand new caramel apple butter cream cheese or apple coffee cake muffins through their new partnership with local apple orchard, Picnic Hill. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
You never think cancer will happen to you. I smoked for over 40 years. My doctor recommended that I get annual lung cancer screening. They were able to catch my cancer at stage 1. It's never too late to quit. Even if you're still smoking, you need to ask your doctor about annual lung cancer screening. Just 30 minutes a year could save your life.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. As you gear up for game day this season, don't forget the MVP in your life. Whether it's a ruby bracelet to show off her team spirit or a timeless Heartland diamond that shines from across the room, we've got the perfect play. Our experts at Sartor Heyman are here to help you make the winning move. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we want to thank all of our customers for a great September. And now it's time for our annual Halloween sales event happening right now at Koppel. Get 0% financing at Koppel. You heard right, 0% financing on select new models. Also, huge discounts up to $11,500 are available. It's our annual Halloween sales event. Get $11,500 off or 0% financing at Koppel. So please stop on by or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did 0% with roof credit.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. This week's 93.7 The Ticket Athlete of the Week is Seward quarterback Trenton Hass. Hass went 14 of 17 through the air for 243 yards with 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions in the Blue Jays' 41-6 win against Lincoln Northwest. The Ticket's Athlete of the Week is powered by 3 Pillars Performance. Unlock your peak performance with the expert instruction at 3 Pillars Performance in Lincoln and online at 3pillarsperformance.com.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Greens at 402-467-4444 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-4444.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East sports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. It's a Husker football victory Monday. Everything's good in the world tonight when Smokey sings.
I haven't heard that song in a long time. When Smokey sings. Well, it wasn't a good night in Pittsburgh last night, Nick, but we'll get on that later on, man. Did you stay up for it, Nick?
I did attempt to.
Man, it was I had to get up and walk around a few times, man.
Back up. It was still on. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was a rough one. We'll definitely get into that and discuss that as well, because that was rough. Nick, I'm going to talk about the games yesterday real quick. I mean, just the midget games you did yesterday.
Yeah.
Who are the top? Because I always like to keep track.
Hey, Stonebrook Exterior is legit.
They're legit.
Stonebrook, yeah. So if
they're 18.
Yeah, for the people that don't know, every Sunday we just go out there 1 to 3. We're not calling games, so I don't know teams specifically, but we just go out there and we watch some Lincoln youth football, talk to some coaches, talk to some high school coaches that are there trying to, build those relationships as well with the Lincoln youth football players and the scene there, because it's important to have that connection between Lincoln youth football and the high schools. And so, we're out there from 1 to 3 with those guys, and it's a good time. So Jay was out there. Terrell was out there yesterday afternoon. It was a good time. So, but yeah, Tony White's kid plays for Stonebrook Exterior. Pretty legit.
What position?
Everywhere. I mean, they're legit. Just the entire team is really, really good everywhere. So
They're 18?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They put our table where we set up is facing the A field. So that's literally only game that we get to directly watch, which is fine. So because I've done the PA for their championship games the last 2 years, and they asked me back this next year so the first weekend in November, I'll do a PA for. So it gives the little kids a chance to hear their names over the speakers at Seacrest and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool moment. So it's a good time.
I love it. I always enjoyed when I used to help when my boys were both playing midget football, going down there and coaching down there, man. It was always a great time. You see the kids coming in Sunday mornings, they're ready to roll. And you see the little guys that are out there, man. I think they're probably second grade or something crazy like that, man. So it's all those are the fields that be behind you, where you're sitting at, behind you, and also to the probably to the right, I believe, but directly behind you as well.
So do they still have the weight limits for carrying the ball and stuff like that?
I'm not sure.
I remember my greatest fear for midget football was the weigh-in before the game.
Because Raff didn't know if you
if you were over like 120, you couldn't carry the ball or something.
You
like
even
that.
had something on your helmet that was different too, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, that was after us. We were back in that was the
80s.
But it was so
Were you guys
funny.
even wearing helmets back then?
Yeah, they were leather. They were leather. But man,
straps.
I'll tell you what. Because I'd always be ranging. I think it was 120, and I'd always be ranged around 119, 122.
You were flirting with it. You were flirting with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just told your parents, "Hey, I can't have breakfast this morning."
Yeah.
No, you've been in the steam room, man. At 6th grade in the steam room.
Yeah. Second grade Chris Raff is just hanging out in the sauna.
It's like trying to cut weight for wrestling.
Yeah.
Game day today. Game day.
Pete Ferguson, good game last night. You guys took care of business. He goes, ask Nick how post game was.
Oh no. Post game was good. I think it's maybe more important to ask Jay how post game was on Saturday night. We had maybe the most interesting call that we've ever had in the history of doing post game shows.
Are you serious?
I've done a post game show, like a call in post game show, the last 3 or 4 seasons, and it was pretty funny. There's some really good calls that we've had. Saturday was a good one. We had somebody from Thief River Falls, Minnesota call in.
Thief River Falls,
but
Minnesota.
here's the kicker. I actually clipped it, so I probably should play it. I should figure out how to play it over the air. He calls in, and the first thing he says, "Jay, you talk too much."
What?
And then he goes, "But it's okay. I like the show." And then Jay goes, "Well, where are you from? Where are you from?" And he goes, "I'm from Minnesota." And he goes, "Oh, what part of Minnesota?" And he goes, "Probably up north near the border." And Jay goes, "Oh, you're probably from Thief River Falls." And he goes, "I am from Thief River Falls."
Oh, wow.
And then he just goes, "Well, damn. Okay. Well, anyway, these are games that we would have lost in the years past, and we won today. So I just can't believe you knew where I was from." Jay goes, "I've met a lot of people that talk the way you do, and they're all from Thief River Falls."
Well, and Jay being obviously a fellow Minnesotan like him, he probably realized that Jay knew the lay of the state that way. Absolutely. Just from his accent alone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was the accent there. Guys, over the weekend, I noticed this, that the Iowa Hawkeyes lost, 35-7 to Ohio State over the weekend. What if I told you that since Cade McNamara transferred to Iowa, he has yet to throw a touchdown pass against a Power 4 opponent? It's because Kirk Ferentz came out in the post game on Saturday and said there is no quarterback controversy. They don't forget Iowa brought in Brendan Sullivan, who was the starting quarterback at Northwestern last year. And Kirk Ferentz comes out on Saturday and goes, "There's no quarterback controversy. Cade McNamara is improving. He's our guy." Cade McNamara has not thrown a touchdown pass to against a fellow Power 4 opponent in his Iowa football career. I mean, that is crazy to think about. We would probably riot if that was the situation here in Nebraska.
Yeah, there would be some upsetness.
Yeah, right?
That's wild. That's wild.
There were so many good games that happened this weekend in pro and college. College, particularly, the top 25 is an absolute mess right now. How much that thing has changed up. The number of upsets. They might still be carrying the goalpost down there in Nashville, man. Who knows?
I didn't even text Bush to see if he was one of the people carrying the goalposts.
There were some serious shakeups that took place with that.
Oh no.
We will discuss we'll discuss college football towards the end for sure. What's going on out there?
AD, you might want to hide.
Why is that?
Oh no.
The best dressed man is
Oh,
in the building. You might want to hide.
Oh my goodness.
No.
He's wearing the jersey under the suit jacket.
Oh my goodness.
Come on in.
See, when you're not used to winning, you do stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
my
That's true.
Wow.
This is incredible.
Wow.
Gentlemen.
Wow. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Just on my way to LPS to teach kids about winners.
Go ahead, pop that microphone up, Pete.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, I can't even say nothing, man. You guys just took care of business, man. I tip my hat. You guys took care of business, man. Pittsburgh has got major issues.
You got real quiet about 11:30.
Well, I was trying to stay awake.
I didn't know what was going on at the Davis household.
I
was going to check on the 911 system.
What was going on in the Davis household? I was going like this. My head was bobbing like that. I'm like, you can't fall asleep during this game, man. I mean, first of all, it was a hell of a game, but I literally could hardly keep my eyes open, man.
But let me ask you, are you a Pittsburgh fan? I mean, if the Huskers were playing and it was a storm and it was going till midnight.
Oh, I would still try to stay up, but I would have still struggled trying to keep my eyes open.
You would have been on the sidelines.
Bro, I would not have been.
This is that age thing right there. When they talk to you about the age.
Hey, he hasn't been on the sidelines since Colorado.
Yeah, exactly. And probably won't do it again. Because that game
Colorado, a month ago.
Pete, I'm going to say this, man. I'm going to say this. Dak Prescott, for as much as he takes. Now, he didn't play a fantastic game last night. But you had a good point. What it shows me with Dallas, with CeeDee Lamb being out as long as he was, he made an awfully nice connection with Porter all night long.
With
Donald
the
killed
other
us.
Receivers, Ferguson.
All of them.
I mean, he didn't have to concentrate on one individual. Now, their run game is absolutely horrendous.
Bro, you got Donald gashed Pittsburgh last night. Every time they need a big run, Donald got it.
But this is what I'm going to say. That's not what they're looking for.
No, that's true.
And the bottom line is I don't think that's something that they're able to rely on.
But you know what though? They took what Pittsburgh gave them, and Donald time after time it'd be 3rd and 1, 3rd and 3. Even that one was 4th and something.
Well, he ended up getting it.
He just gashes all night long. And Pete, I'm gonna tell you something. Pittsburgh offensive line. I've been saying this for the past 3 years. The offensive line has got major issues. Any yards that Najee was getting, he was getting on his own.
This is where I love these excuses right now.
No,
I mean, you're trying to break down the game. I'm just trying to live in a win right now.
This is why you beat us.
Yeah.
No, that is not an excuse.
The best play of the game out of Dak was him diving on the football. I mean, that
was huge.
That was huge.
That was huge.
You know what? If that's anything that teaches like just players and just people in general, I mean, you just always have to be alert because he could have easily just put his hands up in the air because the cat was going in the end zone.
That literally would have been the game because Pittsburgh would have just need, and the guy would have been the game right there.
Well, it wasn't even that. I mean, one, getting it, but two, you don't recover it in a way that keep your mind,
it was
be present.
That was a classic brawl between Dallas and Pittsburgh for sure, man. But Dallas just got it done, man. That's the bottom line. Dak played well, had his moments, but when it needed to be done, because that touchdown pass he threw, his check downs and the route that was ran, Porter came all the way from the right to the left side.
Well, and was out the play before.
Yeah,
because I don't know what went on with his hand, but I saw him sit there with his hand,
and it looked like it hurt bad.
And they took the timeout, let him go to the sideline,
right,
and then he came back in. And so whatever decision was made for that to occur, because I don't think that was what's that 10-second runoff? That's a 10 second. I think that's a 10-second runoff. So they took the timeout saying it was going to be the 10-second runoff, and then he came back in with the wherewithal to be like, okay, I'm still going to go to this cat.
Yeah. You remember Suter? You remember Jason Suter from principal at Beatrice High School?
Yeah.
Suter texted in, "What's up, Suter?" Goes, "Love listening to AD talk about our Steelers. Oh man, keep believing, AD."
And whoever had the idea,
Jason, you know how
Celine Dion do the opening. That was awesome.
That was cool. Jay Suter, I'm gonna tell you this, man. You know how our Steelers do. We do this every year. It's ugly. They'll lose some games and then they'll do something crazy. But man, it was so frustrating to see how bad the O-line was last night, man. They're just decimated. And first of all, you guys had what, 5 guys out?
The whole roster
counting.
The whole roster
because you lost a few more guys last. At least they were bumped up and bruised up.
And then this is the thing is, I'll tell you this: I would take Mike Tomlin in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
As I watched him, and he is one that if you just listen to him, but you just watch his demeanor, that team takes on his demeanor.
They do,
and they're not going to quit. And so I'm not jumping off the Mike McCarthy bandwagon by any means, but I would roll with that dude on any day.
Yeah, and you can tell
who's the quarterback.
I don't think that was all on Fields yesterday, man.
I know, but
Fields was running for his life last night.
You can see Wilson starting to press a little bit. He's ready to get back out on the field, so it's going to be interesting to see.
It will be. But Fields, I tell you, there's some things that Fields did last night that Russell wouldn't be able to do. To keep him plays longer, keeping them alive, etc. But I'll say this too, Pete. Enjoy the luxury of having multiple receivers because right now Pittsburgh, and we'll talk more about this in the NFL segment too. Pittsburgh doesn't have anything. And Pickens was Casper the Ghost last night for the most part. I mean, Diggs, Dede, number 2 for you guys. What's his name? For Dallas, number 2.
Not Turpin.
What is number 2? I can't think of his name, but he had a hell of a game last night as well, man. But Pickens, I think Fryer may have had maybe one catch or so, something like that. But Dallas just took care of business, man. And all you do is you tip your hat and say, well, they took care of it. That's all I can say. Ravens obviously took care of business too. Yeah, well, he said, Chubby Rhino, Steelers lost. That wasn't the right thing to say.
This is all I gotta say. I appreciate you.
Oh,
you got real silent on the text. Nick did yesterday afternoon as well.
Well, because I was trying to go.
Raff is the only one who responds on a regular. On the regular. So I know if I need treatment. I know if I need support.
Think about who you were texting. The guy that did not work. I was working.
Wow. Yep.
AD was watching.
Yep.
Raff was replying.
Oh, I was working yesterday. I was working.
We did some
Yeah,
work.
that's true. That's true.
We did 3 hours worth of moving yesterday morning. Yes.
That's true.
Absolutely.
I thank you. I thank you for not calling me because my back had to get that little stretch. I had to slim down to get in this jersey. So
folks, we got Pete Ferguson in the house. Dallas
the Drew Pearson jersey.
Dallas Cowboy fan Pete Ferguson, of course, his awesome show Bigger Than the Score every Sunday at 11 a.m. You definitely want to tune in for that. So I'm sure he'll be talking some more Dallas next week as well. So we've been badgering back and forth, but Cowboys, of course, take care of it. And we'll talk more when we come back. Folks, it's Monday morning. It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue. It's hard to choose a favorite at Hog Wild, but I'd have to say it's their award-winning ribs. Hog Wild buys their meat from those who share their high-quality standards, then hand rubs each slab with their famous seasoning blend and slow smokes them over hickory each and every day for flavor and tenderness you're going to keep coming back for. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln. But don't be late, we close at 8.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. As you gear up for game day this season, don't forget the MVP in your life. Whether it's a ruby bracelet to show off her team spirit or a timeless Heartland diamond that shines from across the room, we've got the perfect play. Our experts at Sartor Heyman are here to help you make the winning move. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Couple Chevrolet GMC, and we want to thank all of our customers for a great September. And now it's time for our annual Halloween sales event happening right now at Koppel. Get 0% financing at Koppel. You heard right, 0% financing on select new models. Also, huge discounts up to $11,500 are available. It's our annual Halloween sales event. Get $11,500 off or 0% financing at Koppel. So please stop on by or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did 0% with roof credit.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel is the answer to all your lunch and dinner cravings. They have everything from smoked turkey sandwiches to brisket burritos to burnt-in sandwiches and pulled pork. Try a dinner plate option of barbecue nachos, a half-smoked chicken, a full slab of ribs, and so much more. Don't forget their great sides like mac and cheese, cheesy potatoes, barbecue beans, or red slaw. Mulberry Barbecue by Single Barrel, open Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
You never think cancer will happen to you. I smoked for over 40 years. My doctor recommended that I get annual lung cancer screening. They were able to catch my cancer at stage 1. It's never too late to quit. Even if you're still smoking, you need to ask your doctor about annual lung cancer screening. Just 30 minutes a year could save your life.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Boyk Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Boyk Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at BoykFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. We spoke Cowboys, Steelers. We should talk about the Denver Broncos.
You know, Denver got it done yesterday. We were watching that one on the golf course while we were playing with my boys. Me and Raff took care of business against them yesterday, which was nice to do because they usually beat us. So it's nice to beat those dudes.
Wow, you guys got them?
Yeah, we beat them, man,
Nice.
like handedly.
Wow.
Yesterday, handily.
Nice
We
job.
took care of business handling on the golf course yesterday. But that was a great game. That Broncos Raiders game. Raiders jumped up to a 10-point 10-0 lead, and then after that, man, it was just the Broncos. Dude, Raff, I was saying this when they drafted him. I like Bo Nix, Nick. I like Bo Nix, Raff, because he's got a lot of moxie.
Rico loves Bo Nix.
What's that?
Rico loves Bo Nix.
Why is that?
Look at him.
What? Oh, was that his quarterback?
Yeah.
Fantasy league quarterback. Was that your fantasy quarterback, Rico?
Just loves him.
Just likes the
Yeah, he just likes Bo Nix, I guess.
I tell you what, the young man stood out yesterday. Raff, you think about that victory they got, man. That puts them at what, 3-2? 3-2.
Wow.
3-2 right now. And that was a game to where obviously rival game, always good, good old school rival that happens with those two. What's the upside for Bo Nix, man? The way he played yesterday. You're down 10-0. You're playing against one of your division rivals. He's fired up. What's the upside for him, man? Just the entire team as far as that goes.
I think he showed yesterday that he's the undisputed leader of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he stood up to, Sean Payton. A lot of people are like, oh, they don't get along. But I mean, it just shows the competitiveness of both individuals. Drew Brees had even mentioned that, hey, you don't want to let Sean Payton run you over. You want to stand your ground, which he did.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the game at the press conferences, they both kind of were joking around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Payton was a little bit more serious, but then they asked,
said to get that Ferris Bueller out of him.
Yeah. Then they asked Bo Nix what he said to him, and Bo Nix said, "Well, he said he loves me, and I told him I love him, and that was it."
That was it.
So I think it's a good thing, because I revert back to last year when Sean Payton got in Russell Wilson's face, and Russ kind of put his tail between his legs and walked away. So
you got two fiery competitors in both Payton and Bo Nix,
and we need fire. I mean,
Yeah.
It's been 7-8 years of pathetic football. It's time
How many quarterbacks do you think you had in Denver in the past 7 years, man? Just a guess.
Probably 15, probably.
Yeah. There was a lot of them. Well, Raff's Broncos take care of the Raiders 34-18 yesterday. The Vikings took care of the Jets over in Tottenham. That was 23-17. That was the early game that was yesterday. The Vikings go 5-0. Sam Darnold is balling out. 5-0. Washington, Raff, we were talking about this, man. Dude, 34-13. And the QB play is fantastic.
Yeah, they're talking MVP now, not offensive.
For
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels played a heck of a game yesterday, man. Puts the Commanders 34-13 over Cleveland. Cleveland is an absolute dumpster fire right now. It is an absolute dumpster fire. You've seen those guys arguing with each other out there, watching us playing. Nothing near like not even close. He's awful right now. Yeah, that's just the bottom line. And that's actually him, not just him, it's the entire team right now. 34-13. The Bears took care of Carolina, which they most likely should have took care of them, but the Bears took care of the Panthers 36-10. In an ugly game, but a game that Miami desperately needed. 15-10 over the Patriots. I'm sure Rico's chagrin over there.
Rico's glad because he wants them to get the number one overall pick.
Well, they keep playing like this.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Rico has this insane notion in his mind that the Patriots would draft a guy like Travis Hunter. The Patriots would have no clue how to operate with Travis Hunter. They'd have no clue on how to incorporate him into their system. There is no way on God's green earth that the Patriots, number one, will actually keep that number one overall pick. Number two, would draft a skill position guy with that spot.
You think the Panthers have a better chance to get number one pick?
He's probably going to come in and say, we're not with Bill Belichick anymore. This is now Coach Mayo. But here's Rico.
Rico, what do you think, man?
Exactly what Nick just said. Gerard Mayo is in charge now, baby. Actually, he's not in charge. They actually have a general manager, and it's not Bill Belichick making the picks. So they might actually keep their first-round pick, just like they did this last year. So, look, you have Christian Gonzalez on one side. You put Travis Martin on the other side. Nobody's throwing anything anywhere on you. Travis Martin. Travis Hunter on the other side. Travis Martin. Whatever.
This man don't know ball.
Travis Hunter on the other side.
He wants the Patriots to draft Travis Martin.
Travis number one overall. You know who Travis Martin is? He's from Rachel's hometown.
Tennessee Tech.
Really?
Yeah. This is some guy.
Wow.
Not some guy. He's a good guy.
Good
but no, Travis Hunter, Christian Gonzalez, and then you put Travis Hunter on offense as well. You actually have a weapon for potentially Drake May if he's starting in his second year to throw to. You're good to go.
Do you guys see Travis playing both sides?
No.
I think it'll be more like
so you can't use that. You can't use the situation.
I think
he would try.
It'll be more like I think like
not Desmond Howard,
like Dion was it with Dallas.
Dion a little bit.
Well, he'll play a little bit, maybe
special packages.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Yeah, I couldn't. I mean,
I really wanted them to take Shadur Sanders this year, but they took Drake May last year, or this last draft. So it's fine.
Yeah,
We're
the Patriots,
fine.
like you said, with Belichick out of there, you got a true. I'm not saying he wasn't a true GM, but I'm saying I think they'll probably hold on to that number 1 draft pick. Won't try to do anything crazy.
I keep seeing that they're not going to get number 1 overall, that they're not going to be the worst team in the league, which I don't believe for a second. It says they're going to get like the 3rd, and they're going to take a tackle from somewhere.
It's probably Joe Alt.
Not Joe Alt.
Not Joe Alt.
Surprisingly, not Joe Alt. It's I don't remember who it is because they're not even. Yeah, I'm just like I don't know what's happening.
Don't you think
we need skill position players?
We're only 5 games in, man. There's a lot of things.
They are going to be bad.
It was a good run. Patriots are done.
I love
too easy.
I love Jacoby Brisket, but if he's your starting quarterback, you're not winning many games.
He needs some other pieces around him.
I need that. Man. Yeah, no, I need them to lose. They need to lose.
Okay, so
don't be middling. Don't do what Miami did for so many years, where you're not terrible, but you're not good. You're just middle of the pack, and you're picking middle of the pack in the NFL draft, so you're getting decent players.
So here's what the mock draft looks like as of yesterday. Number 1 overall, Travis Hunter to the Jags. All right,
that's not going to happen.
To the Jags.
Dion won't let that happen.
The Miami Dolphins with the number 2 overall pick select Jalen Milroe, another Alabama quarterback.
They need something.
New England Patriots 3rd overall takes Will Campbell, a tackle from LSU.
There you go. That's who they keep.
Right in line. Right in line.
Why?
Well, you can build a lot with that, man.
No,
but Jacoby Brisket, he needs some pieces around him, though, man.
I mean, Jacoby's not gonna be the starter next year. It'll be Drake May's time, and you want to protect your 1st round quarterback, but also maybe give him somebody to throw to. I don't know.
You need that.
Joe Burrow's made it work without an offensive line.
Yeah, but Joe Burrow is hurting right now, man. Speaking of Joe Burrow, they lose against just a wacky game in overtime against the Ravens, 41-38. They lose that one. Lamar,
that play was
Derrick Henry.
Yes. That's a grown man right there.
Yes.
Figuratively, literally, and everything else. And that, if you didn't watch that, the end of that Bengals-Ravens game, try to find it.
Insane.
It was absolutely ridiculous. The Ravens take care of business 41-38. The Texans beat the Bills 23-20, which was another good game. I was watching the highlights on that one. What you going to say?
Can we talk about the Arizona Cardinals?
Yes, I'm coming up there right now.
I was about to say the Jay Foreman Bowl, though.
24-23, they beat the 49ers in uncharacteristically, ridiculously hot in the Bay Area. It was like 100 degrees on the field yesterday, which in San Fran usually doesn't see temperatures like that.
Like October.
Yes, they go down 24-23 against the Cardinals. Seahawks lose to the Giants. The G.
Daniel Jones, Hall of Fame.
Did you guys see Wan'Dale Robinson after the game?
Yes, goes live out of the locker room.
And the coach goes, "Quit doing that." He goes, "Nah, coach."
Has their coach lost the locker room? My call.
Yeah.
Brian DeBall.
29-20. The Seahawks go down. The Packers take care of, which was another great game. 24-19 over the Rams.
Shout out to Jordan Love throwing the ball out of the end zone to avoid the safety, only for it to be a pick six. Should have taken the safety.
2 points or 6 points?
Just falling down. He's like, nah. Looking like Nick out there.
And then tonight's game was going to be I think tonight's going to be a great game, you guys. You got the Chiefs versus the Saints, and that is going to be a game. That is going to be a ball. Who are you guys calling for that game, man? Who do you think?
Due to circumstances in my house, it is the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Chiefs are fine.
Are fine.
Chiefs are fine.
You don't feel strongly either way.
I don't feel strong. I would not be surprised to see the Saints win. They've struggled offensively the last 2 weeks, though.
They lost last week. I forgot who they lost to last week.
Saints. Yeah,
their offense has struggled the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, I lean towards the Chiefs.
Was it Falcons? Are you not a Derek Carr fan?
I think it was the Falcons.
No. I'm a huge Derek Carr fan.
I think the bigger question tonight is
Derek Carr should be in it.
Where is Taylor Swift? That's the biggest question. What tonight will be?
She's in the box.
Will Taylor be there?
Yes.
She's missed like the last 3 games.
She was at the last game.
I have no idea.
They have videos of her in the box, didn't they?
No,
I don't know.
Taylor's been.
Raff's a big Chiefs guy.
Yeah,
I want to know. I want to know where Taylor's at Chiefs fans demand it.
I don't think they care.
Well, they care.
Well, I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm indifferent on this one. The thing about New Orleans, the Saints are a type of team that can just explode like quickly because they have so many different weapons down there.
Dude.
But we're talking about the Chiefs, man.
I like
so-
Alvin Kamara a lot.
Oh, Kamara,
Gosh,
he's a beast,
fun,
man.
I miss the days of Michael Thomas being just a dominant wide receiver.
Is he still dealing with the toe thing?
I think all parties have just given up on it.
Is he still?
Yeah, listen.
For the last 3 years, his toe just hasn't felt right.
He's getting there.
Yeah, he's been getting there for the last 3 years.
They're shooting
he's
for a
day to day.
Yeah, they're shooting for a November comeback.
Questionable.
Scaper said she was at the game. Crowbait said KC Swifty cheats.
She was there? I didn't think she was there last game.
Eric says, hush it, Raff. No one cares where Taylor Swift is.
Yeah, but if she's there, Travis plays better. Them's the rules. I don't know.
She wasn't in LA. I mean,
No, she wasn't there.
Think about KC. They're that team to where
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
It's a big deal to me.
Why?
Because he's a Swiftie.
So I wanted to tear that team apart.
Wow. Looks like they're just gelling more together, though.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's building camaraderie.
I feel like she's actually helping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to who cares.
True that.
Oh, folks, when we come back, we got a little bit of history, then we got Husker football. Then we'll talk some college sports because the top 25 is a major shakeup. It's The Drive. It's Monday morning. It's a victory Monday morning. The Huskers have a much-needed bye week this week, which would be nice. We'll be right back, folks. 937 a ticket.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Boyk Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Boyk Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at BoykFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosson. Education is a cornerstone for strong, vibrant communities. I voted for the largest investment in education in Nebraska history. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and understand the valuable role of education in growing our community. This is Carolyn Bosson, and I will continue to support education in the legislature. Vote Carolyn Bosson on November 5th. Paid for by Bosson for Legislature.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Question for you. Would you rather pay $150 a month or $15 a month to work out with the same high-quality gym equipment? At Planet Fitness, you can get top-tier equipment for $15 a month, Plus, save $28 or more when you join now during our Strong Choice sale. Our weights weigh the same, you just don't pay the same. Enjoy free fitness training and 24-hour access at most clubs, all in the judgment-free zone. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. See club for details.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Old School with DP&J.
Scamper, to run with quick, light steps, especially through fear or excitement.
To escape fear or excitement?
Running through fear or excitement.
So,
right? Because
so everything Kyler Murray does looks like a scamper.
Yeah.
Because he looks like a little kid who just stole his mom's purse.
Yeah.
And is trying to avoid.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Now back to the drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is the drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. We got some history. Adam Schefter's reporting that the Patriots are looking at possibly a quarterback change to the first-round rookie, Drake May.
Drake May.
Starting on Sunday.
A Tar Heel.
And a fist pump from Rico.
A fist pump from Rico.
No, there's a lot of stuff going on there right now. Oh, my goodness.
Well, the history segment, folks. Everyone's heard about testosterone replacement therapy, but how do you know who to trust? Ageless Men's Health is the nation's leader in testosterone and weight loss. No upselling, no unnecessary supplements, just real solutions. With a team of registered nurses and nurse practitioners, they look at your whole health and create a playbook. You'll understand. They use the best products, including HCG, to keep your body safe and protect you from fertility. This is the best team in the game. They're ready to earn your trust. Google Ageless Men's Health Lincoln and check out their 175 plus 5-star reviews. In Husker history, these are the days that, boy, I'm glad are in the past, at least for right now. In 2004, Nebraska's buried by dazzling Texas Tech passing game and a flurry of turnovers. 70-10 loss in Lubbock. Worst margin defeat in Husker history. Raff, that game, I remember that one for like a week and a half. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? We lost by 60 points. That was a beat down of epic proportions. 2004, Texas Tech beats Nebraska 70-10.
Happy 20th anniversary to Jim and Noelle Burlington. The only reason I know that is because that was the game that was playing when they got married.
Really? So you remember?
The only thing I remember about that night, because we got throttled.
That was bad.
That game was horrible. Was it Bo Davis or who was the quarterback we put in? He had like 3 pass attempts, 3 interceptions.
3 interceptions.
Yeah.
Yep. It was bad. That was
what year was that?
2004.
It was a train wreck of epic.
One of the how about this? Speaking of, every time I think about retro Texas Tech football, there's one guy I think of, and he guesses, and it would be like early 2000s,
Byron Hanspard.
No,
Zebby Lethridge.
Think my time frame.
Oh.
So like 2005 to 2010.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Nope, he's a player.
Mike Leach.
It wouldn't be.
AD's doing the smart thing, thinking.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Mahomes, would it?
It would not be. It would be a wide receiver by the name of Michael Crabtree.
Oh my goodness,
Michael
he
Crabtree
was ridiculous, man.
filthy in college.
He
had a
was
really
dirty.
nice couple of years with the 49ers in the NFL, and then ultimately
that Aqib Talib guy took his chain.
That's true.
Oh, they were scrapping, man. They were scrapping. Crabtree was a monster.
People
at
forget
Texas Tech.
and this,
A
I mean,
monster.
I joke around about people forget. People forget about Michael Crabtree.
He was a monster.
Michael Crabtree in college. So he was taken first round, 10th overall by the 49ers in 09. Obviously, had 2 years. Guys, in 07, he had 134 catches, 1,962 receiving yards, and 22 touchdowns. He was 38 yards away from having a 2,000 yard receiving season.
That's
Bird, crazy.
Big Bird said Michael Crabtree, and also unknown texture 0167 said Crabtree, and Newt said Jacoby Lane.
Yeah, you could also go. You could also go Graham Harrell, the Purdue offense coordinator that got fired.
Yes, they had some, especially in the skill positions. Man, Texas Tech had some monsters. Man, they had some monsters, and Crabtree was one of those guys. I'm trying to forget what game that was. He just went nuts for some sick amount of yards.
Yeah. Gosh,
you know what team I'm talking about too.
So
man.
there was a stretch against Rice, and then at Oklahoma State, he had over 237 receiving yards in both of those games, back-to-back weeks. And it's crazy. There was the game. What was it in 2008 that Texas Tech beat Nebraska? It was pretty bad. Beat Nebraska. See if I can find.
While you find that, Rubber Duck. Good morning. He goes, same Nick. I'm 28, and Crabtree haunts me in that game.
Man.
He beats us. Yeah.
So this game was this. That's right. This one went to overtime, October 11th, 2008. Almost on the anniversary of it. Texas Tech wins 37-31 to improve to 6-0. Nebraska was 3-2 going into this game. They were actually Nebraska was unranked. Texas Tech was 7th in the country. And Nebraska went down to Lubbock. Graham Harrell, Michael Crabtree, that team. Crabtree has 2 touchdowns on this day. Graham Harrell throws for 2 scores. Nebraska was down, what'd this be, 24-10 entering the fourth quarter. Nebraska then scores 21 points in the fourth quarter. They tie it up at 31 before the end of the regulation. And then obviously Texas Tech scores a touchdown in overtime. Todd Peterson scored a touchdown on the day.
Island.
Quentin Castile had a touchdown.
19.
Man, I mean, this is so there you go. Nebraska fell to 3-3 though after that loss, 37-31 to Texas Tech.
Oh, Lubbock, special place.
What you got, Raff?
All right, 1916.
Oh boy,
Georgia Tech, coached by John Heisman, defeats Cumberland 222-0. The most lopsided score in the history of U.S. college football. With that, who's winning the Heisman this year?
Remember, he might have been gone when I did that a few weeks ago.
So.
I think you were gone when I did that one. Yeah.
Did it again?
Yeah, that still blows me away.
Who's winning the Heisman? That's what I want to lead to.
Can we talk about the Boise State running back?
Oh my
Heisman?
God!
No, I mean, guys, seriously.
Oh no, I got that down, man.
And we can maybe get a little deeper into this during the college football conversations, but. I mean, there was a point.
He only played the first half.
Yeah, he had 13 carries for 162 yards and 3 touchdowns.
The first half. And they play so late, a lot of the country will get to see him play much. But what he's doing right now in college, what he's doing right now is ridiculous, man. $100 almost $170 and one half a play.
And I'm gonna take the second half off.
I mean, Boise State won 62-30 over Utah State. Ashton Jeanty powered 62-30, ran for 186 yards, 3 touchdowns on 13 first half carries. I mean, the guy had 13 carries, 186 yards. Nebraska can't get a guy over 100 in a single game with 20 plus.
And he did it in the first half.
He did it in the first half.
He did it.
And everybody knows you're coming. Like, that's the
he
thing.
in New York then?
Oh,
Has
he's got to be.
Has to be.
You
Now-
lose all credibility if he's not
Now,
New York.
granted, the Heisman, as we know, popularity, like, I would not be surprised Travis Hunter gets it. It's a popularity thing. We get it.
Cam Ward, you think?
Cam Ward's potentially, I mean, Miami's getting bailed out back-to-back weeks. Who knows? But if Ashton Jeanty's at least not in New York, there's a problem.
Oh,
There is
major
a
problem.
significant problem. The guy
Major
has over 1,000 yards in the first 5 games of the year.
5 games in.
He has over
And
1,000 yards.
You think if he would have played that second half, the guy probably runs for 350 yards.
Yeah.
Easy.
Right. Like, I think about this all the time. There was in Amir Abdullah's senior year, or maybe it was his junior year, he was getting some significant Heisman conversations.
Senior.
Or was it senior year?
Senior year, because it was
Then
him
they-
and the other running back from Miami.
Duke Johnson.
Yeah.
Duke Johnson Jr. Anyway, so you're thinking, I remember having these significant Heisman conversations about Amir Abdullah. He goes on the road to number 1 defense in the country, Michigan State. He got shut down against Michigan State. And ultimately the Heisman buzz stopped with that game. The Doak Walker Award was still in play, but the Heisman buzz was shut down after that game. To do this, if you're Ashton Jeanty, when everybody knows about you
and you still get it
and you still do it, says a lot.
Yeah.
Like that is more impressive than I think anything.
Yeah, what he's doing out there, man, is like Barry Sanders-esque. I mean, I haven't seen a running back do these things that he's doing in a long time.
So he could run into the same problem that Christian McCaffrey ran into.
He very well could.
Where what Raff said, he plays on the West Coast. Not a lot of people are watching him. Christian McCaffrey's year, he broke the all-purpose yardage record that Barry Sanders had, but that was which Alabama running back was that? It was either Ingram or no, it wasn't Ingram. Ingram was earlier.
Ingram
It was Derrick
09.
Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry.
It was Derrick Henry who had ridiculous stats, but what Christian McCaffrey was doing overall for Stanford, to me, was more impressive.
MVP, yeah.
Was more impressive, and he should have won the Heisman, but he didn't get as much buzz because he played on the West Coast. A lot of the voters are on the East Coast. They don't stay up to watch those, watch the highlights. It's different watching the highlights and watching the game because, yes, you see the highlights of what he did and how he scored or some big plays, but there's going to be some smaller plays, some less yardage plays that are also extremely impressive, but you're not going to see all those. And Ashton Jeanty, I mean, all of his plays are highlights. It doesn't even matter whenever he touches the ball. It's honestly right now it's him and Travis Hunter. It's those two. Everyone else can find it out for third place.
Big Bird points out a good point on the text line that I forgot to mention. Spencer Petras had himself a nice day. 27 of 41, 372 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. Spencer Petras.
Good job, Spencer.
Is he in New York?
No.
He's going to keep doing that.
He's in New York to watch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah, he'll be in New York just like
You're
we'll
my
be in New York.
guest.
just like the Patriots, Steelers, and Broncos will be
Morning, night.
at the Super Bowl watching the Lions. He didn't even hear me.
They will be in New York. They will be
I said
watching
just
the
like
Lions.
Patriots, Steelers,
Yeah.
Broncos will be
Yeah.
watching the Lions play in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
Rico,
with
here's
the 49ers, not.
here's
I
my
mean,
thing.
Hey,
You're 5 games in, dude. That's it. You're only 5
You
games.
just
There's-
mentioned a quarterback change. You're going to your rookie quarterback. You've given up.
Well,
You've
we'll
given
see.
up.
We shall see what happens.
The rookie quarterbacks are playing well this year.
Yeah,
Folks, when we
those are
come
good
back,
ones.
we're talking Husker football. Quick side note, Nebraska volleyball is just sweeping people like a janitor. They sweep, it was Iowa yesterday, wasn't it?
Still undefeated against Iowa. I think it's
Iowa.
like 30-something and 0.
Yeah, swept Iowa, put quick work out of them. The ladies for the past 3 matches have been all sweeps as far as that go. And they just been on a ringer since the SMU debacle. So shout out to Coach Cook and the Gales. Nebraska volleyball takes care of Iowa, 3-0 sweeping. When we come back, folks, we'll break everything down Nebraska football. It's The Drive. It's a victory Monday morning, 937 Ticket.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosson. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and proud to be involved in our community. Property tax relief is important to every family. Last year, I voted for the largest property tax relief package in Nebraska history, and I will continue to advocate for property tax relief. Vote Carolyn Bosson on November 5th. Paid for by Bosson for Legislature.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we want to thank all of our customers for a great September. And now it's time for our annual Halloween sales event happening right now at Koppel. Get 0% financing at Koppel. You heard right, 0% financing on select new models. Also, huge discounts up to $11,500 are available. It's our annual Halloween sales event. Get $11,500 off or 0% financing at Koppel. So please stop on by or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did 0% with roof credit.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Tailored Life is your headquarters for all things fall in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, mums, and more, plus porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score big on Kawasaki's most dependable side-by-side, the Mule Pro, built to take on your most demanding days. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of October. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with large selection of motorcycles and side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Stop by every Saturday for their Husker tailgate with free food, drinks, and games. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. October is pork month, so now through October 13th, enjoy fresh pork belly for $2.99 per pound. Fairway's Hickory Smoked Bacon 16-ounce packs for $4.99, fresh pork sausages for $2.99 per pound, and all-natural pork Boston butt for $1.88 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0. And bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. Hour 2 is proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance, you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hall and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Well, I tell you what, as far as more, Dante Daldell and Emmett Johnson both got more. They both had 14 carries apiece, 28 to be in the combined between the both of those guys, which was nice to see that. 14-7, Nebraska takes care of Rutgers. I'm going to ask you guys this. Biggest surprise of the game. Nick, Raff, what was your biggest surprise of the game? Just either way. Doesn't matter if it was offense or, like Rutgers or Nebraska. What was your biggest surprise of the game?
Biggest surprise? Man, I don't know if I really was surprised. I guess, man, I don't know. Do you have something, Nick?
I do. Rutgers, their blunders, just in general. Like, I was surprised that game felt like it was reverse. We've had experienced a lot of those games in reverse, where Nebraska is in Rutgers' position. Here's the thing, guys. Nebraska won the game. They did what they needed to do to win the game. And it feels good, right? Nebraska's 5-1. Heck yeah. I'm not trying to pick this apart, be nagging at it. I'm not trying to do that, but it's going to come across that way. Rutgers should have had a tie game because they should have caught that touchdown pass.
That'd be my surprise. Husker magic.
The touchdown pass, right? But and nobody's really recognizing that.
It was
they should have caught the touchdown.
He was
pass.
a little open.
But anyway, what I would add on to that though is you put the missed field goal off the upright. You put in the 2 for 6 on fourth downs, 4 for 20 on combined third down and fourth down attempts. Nebraska didn't do, and this is maybe refreshing, Nebraska didn't do anything special, especially offensively on Saturday. They did what they needed to do defensively, but Rutgers had opportunities. So many times it's been flip-flopped, where Nebraska's been in Rutgers' position, and we're sitting there as spectators going, why in the world
it happened again?
It's why in the world can't Nebraska get anything going on offense? Why in the world? We would say Rutgers isn't doing anything special. It's a one-possession ball game. It's been at most a 14-point difference in the entire game. How is Nebraska not doing this? And it's just you walk away with your mind boggled on how Nebraska loses that game, because on paper it's certainly not sexy. Well, guess what? This year yes, on Saturday, the roles were reversed and Nebraska was on the right side of things. And I think that shows the step in the right direction. I said this on Saturday, guys, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on it too. Saturday felt a lot like 2023, a little bit different. Felt like 2023 because you didn't have the greatest quarterback play. Dylan Raiola looked like a freshman multiple times on Saturday, and I'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. But it looked a lot like the offense struggled to move the ball, especially in the second half. But Nebraska's defense continued to bow up. And last year, Nebraska would lose those games. This year, they won it. And that shows you that there's the step in the right direction, and it's being made.
DF, what's up, Mon? DF says, not disappointed, but surprised how Raiola played. Raff, what were you going to say, man?
I was just going to speak on that. Like we were talking about this a little bit yesterday. Yeah, he had a rough game. You know, I'd be the first to say it. He had a rough game, but one of the things that kind of gave me, I don't know, how would you say it? He struggled, but I loved the fact that he kept on. He did not compound things. He kept on. He kept the offense, going. I mean, it was rough goings for the offense, but it's still, he did not compound things like in the past.
Yeah, great point.
From prior quarterbacks, it would have compounded. He would have pressed. He would have done something like that. He had the really bad throw where he threw the interception. But a lot of the stuff that I was watching him during the game on Saturday is I'm really glad that we have this bye week coming up this week.
Yeah.
Because I think he tries sometimes to look so effortless throwing the ball that maybe it takes away a little bit from his mechanics. So I'm thinking that having this bye week is really going to give them a good chance to go back with him and just get not so much of the game planning and watching tape of the other teams, but maybe go back with him and just work the mechanics a little bit.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
I was also surprised that, and this, once again, it feels like the roles were reversed because you'd walk away scratching your brains out, wondering how Nebraska wouldn't win a game like this. If I'm Rutgers right now on Monday or on Sunday, I'm sitting there going, why did you not lean on your best player more? Kyle Monangnai,
19 carries.
He had 19 carries, 78 yards, but a bulk of those came in the first half when he was running all over Nebraska. Nebraska, to their credit, shut him down.
They tightened up.
They shut him down in the third quarter, but they also didn't give him many opportunities. They didn't find creative ways to get Kyle Monangnai involved in it. And he finishes with 78 yards on 19 carries, which is fine. But this is a guy that has had over 100 yards in every single game this season. This is somebody that had rushed for 200 plus in multiple games this season. Ethan Kaliak-Manis is serviceable. He's not going to be able to go win you a game. And we saw that on Saturday, especially on the road. They don't have a Crookshank. They don't have a guy on the perimeter that can beat guys one-on-one. We saw that on the drop pass. So if I'm Rutgers, I'm doing what Nebraska fans have done so often in years past, going, why in the world would you get away from something that was working so well in the first half?
They got away from him. I would say it's two things. They got away from him, but also Nebraska defensive line stepped up.
Yes, but also it's not like it was an insurmountable lead.
Right.
It was 14-7, and they were chucking it on all four downs. And there's still 10 minutes on the game clock. It felt like a very non-Big Ten style of game from Rutgers.
Few of the text message here. Unknown texter 0167 says, I was surprised how little they used their super good running back. Nick and Raff, you were just talking about that as well. Twizzlers, good morning. Huskers won because they believed themselves. They played and stuck together as a team. That's why this team is special. We're playing, believing in one another. Go Big Red. Twizzlers, I think you're on to something right there. And then Tommy, good morning to you, Tommy. Tommy says Nebraska beat an undefeated opponent in a game they could have lost.
Yeah.
While 3 top 20 teams went down to unranked opponents. I'm content. Tommy, I'm with you in that because I think sometimes, man, LJCJ, good morning to you. Goes Raiola struggled with poise.
Yeah, see, I don't think that. I thought he kept control. He knew he was struggling, but I really don't think he struggled with poise.
The thing about it, when the year started, okay, we mentioned this. I remember seeing a number of times he's going to have some bad games.
He's a freshman.
He's going to have some dirt on him. But Raff, I'm agree with you in the point to where I don't necessarily think it was, in my opinion, I don't think it was poise. I think it was just one of those days to where his age showed, and you're playing again, folks, you're playing against a 4-0 team. This kid has never been in this situation before, but he didn't press the issue. He didn't make it worse. There were times, like I said, besides that one interception, which is one I know he wish he can get back. But again, this kid was playing high school football last year, and to go against a team that was pretty hot They were what, number 23? Rutgers.
Unranked.
I thought they were 20 in some polls.
You're thinking Indiana.
Unranked, but still 4-0 coming into this. We can go back and schedules, etc. But this was a seasoned team too. So for him to show the moxie that he did, even in tough circumstance for him, his age showed, but he didn't galvanize the mistakes by making more.
I just think the bye week's huge. Because
this is huge, man, for a lot of reasons.
Because you saw, there was one, I think it was a pass in the fourth quarter. He threw, I think it was an out, and he threw it low at his legs or whatever. And I told you, there was another play where I was like, he's not setting his feet.
Mm-hmm.
He's being maybe a little bit, because sometimes he's so good that he tries to look that effortless throw where just, get with him, work with him over the next week. I think we'll be just fine.
I would add this. Nebraska fans have seen some pretty porous quarterback performances in the last decade, right? And the sample size with Dylan Raiola is still small. You're only 6 games into this thing. Yeah. But from a holistic view,
and it was windy.
From the holistic view, you're 1 win away from a bowl game. From a holistic view, you've won 5 of your last 6. Mm-hmm. You got through the non-con without a demoralizing and disgusting loss to a Northern Iowa or a Georgia Southern-esque team. There's a lot of things that you can hang your hat on. And if you want to get caught up in the statistics with Dylan Raiola, that's fine. But also look at it as he was 13 of 27, which isn't great, less than 50%. But then also just 1 INT. And I say just 1 because, and this is not us trying to compartmentalize and trying to downplay the turnover, but ultimately, in terms of bad quarterback performances that Nebraska fans have seen, that's pretty low on the list on bad quarterback performances. That if that's going to be Raiola's worst game of his career or of his freshman year, Nebraska's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the past 7-8 years. Usually it compounds itself, and things just get worse and worse and worse. And that was the thing about Raiola. I was watching him. I was like, he's staying within himself. He knows he doesn't have it. You could sort of see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
But he was like, get us through the game, which he did. He managed it. We're good.
It was also bizarre, and we'll get to this, I'm sure, throughout the week. Nebraska leaned heavily on the run in the third quarter and was doing it successfully to a certain extent in the third when they didn't have the wind going with them.
Mm-hmm.
Then the fourth quarter starts, and I told Rico and Austin back here who we were watching the game, and I said, I bet they air it out. I bet the first couple of plays, they air it out. And they just can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. They wanted to chuck it deep. They tried to twice, and the drive stalled. The wind certainly played a factor. I thought Nebraska, leaned on the run in the third quarter and started to really get something going there with whether it was Emmett or Ramir or Dante. But then in the fourth quarter, they started chucking it around.
I would say this, you guys. We'll go to a break. We'll come back and talk more about this, though. But I'm going to say this. The offensive line, some of Dylan's struggles because he was pressured all doggone afternoon. 4 sacks. That has got to improve dramatically. I know Gatula, he's just going to be, learning under fire. But you look at these stats right here. UTEP and Purdue are 130th and 131st in rush defense. Illinois is 61st. Rutgers is 83rd. So the offensive line has definitely got to improve, man. I want to choose my words carefully. A lot of that is when you're throwing bad throws like that. Raff, he was under duress for most of the day, Nick. I mean, he was under duress most of the day, man.
But the good thing is Nebraska was able to counter it with some pressure of their own too, right?
Absolutely.
So it didn't feel so one-sided. It doesn't make it okay. Yeah. It obviously doesn't make it okay. But, I mean, Jay and I talked about it pregame. I know you guys probably did as well. We talked about it last week. This was a game for the defense to really kind of be like, you know what? Rutgers offense, they had allowed 4 sacks all year.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska did that one game against them. This was Nebraska's defensive that I hope they can kind of put their staff in the ground here and go, all right, here we go. That we're not going past this. We're not going back to what it was before this.
Absolutely.
So,
folks, when we come back, we'll talk more on the defensive side of the ball because there was a particular young man that just went absolutely ape crazy on Saturday's win over Rutgers 14-7. We'll be back, folks. It's Victory Monday. It's The Drive, 93.7 A Ticket.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. With tailgates of hand-battered chicken fingers and cane sauce and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade, you can guarantee victory for every game day meal. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love. Order online or on our app.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. October is pork month, so now through October 13th, enjoy fresh pork belly for $2.99 per pound. Fairway's hickory smoked bacon 16-ounce packs for $4.99. Fresh pork sausages for $2.99 per pound, and all natural pork Boston butt for $1.88 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raising Cane's, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tailored Life is your headquarters for all things fall in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, mums, and more. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session, and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? Do you need a lawyer you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion? The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Contact us for a free consultation by calling 877-42-LIBERTY. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket, Monday, Husker Victory Monday.
Yes, indeedy.
You know, these don't get old. I like Husker
No,
Victory
they don't
Monday.
get old at all.
They're
bro.
fun.
They
Gosh,
do not
Raff's
get old.
Raff's in such a better mood on Victory Monday.
Yes, I am.
Yes, we
And then
all
when
are.
the Broncos and Huskers win, good
Well,
Lord.
Yeah, Raff, me and you over the past couple years have had some miserable Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like nothing. No one won that we wanted to win over the weekends. You went 2-0 this weekend and 1-1 this way.
Wow.
But the one that Nebraska, because the season's so short. I mean, I love my Steelers. Don't get me wrong, but when Nebraska loses, man, I'm just
that's a
pissed.
different state
That's
for you.
a whole different state of mind,
Yes.
man. I'm like Pittsburgh's like you got a lot of games left. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But what Nebraska does, because these games are so precious
Yeah.
and the season's so short, everyone matters.
Hey, man, you can't sit here and tell me that the regular season doesn't matter now.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at
12
the-
teams. Yep.
I mean, the parity in college football has never been better.
Mm-hmm.
I think that when you look at the teams that lost today, I tweeted this out Saturday night. Hopefully I can remember it off the top of my head. Number 1, number 4, number 9, 10, 11, 22,
Mm-hmm.
all lost.
SMU is now ranked.
Right? So
Tennessee's gone. Missouri got knocked off.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bama gets knocked off. Michigan loses. USC loses. Minnesota beats USC. I mean, there was a lot of knockoffs.
did you guys see PJ Fleck? PJ Fleck barking like a dog. Hey, so there's no sound, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you.
There was a lot of them.
PJ Fleck on the sideline. Look at this. Just watch.
Oh, I did. When his head goes like this, yeah.
He's right in the official's
Yep,
face.
yep.
Hey.
Tater, I had not seen that picture. That's a good one he sent to the text line. That is a great picture right there. Fedoni diving in right there. That's a great picture, Tater.
Well, you might remember they called that out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Yep.
So
Montana Husker goes, good morning to you, brother. He goes, if I remember right, last year when Harbaugh was struggling, coach, Rule spoke on how young quarterbacks play on sheer talent at first. Then as they get more into, they hit a wall, they have information overload and they have to work their way through it. Do you think that maybe Briola may have reached that point in his development and he is thinking too much? You know, I'm not sure on that. I'm not, you know what, Montana, that's a good way to look at it. I'm not sure if that's the issue. I think, first of all, when I say issue, I'm not going to say any issues. It was, it wasn't one of his best games for sure.
Yeah.
Again, 6 games into his young career. You know what I'm saying? So I think more than anything else, it was just one of those days where you had a Rutgers defense. You just had 2 teams that were just battling it out, man. Yeah. And he did, like you mentioned, Raff, he didn't make things worse by trying to press things, for the thing. It could have been a lot worse than that as far as that goes.
I think you just got to tighten some things up mechanically with him.
Hence why
And I
this
think
week is big.
It'll be fine.
Absolutely. This is the perfect time for Nebraska's off week. But I'm going to tell you, go ahead.
It's a perfect time for Nebraska's bye week because the college football slate is incredible this weekend, and we're going to get to watch them.
Yes, it is. A lot of games
It is a
this
perfect
weekend.
time for Nebraska's bye week.
Yes, it is. Defensively, guys, Gifford was one of those guys that had a great game this weekend. 8 tackles, 4 solo, pass breakup. Deshaun Singleton had a great game with 5 tackles, 4 solo. But also, guys, James Williams. And if you get a chance, go on Twitter and social media and hear his press conference, the love that he shows Coach Knighton, just that relationship there. Just a kid that kind of just showed up and said, hey, man, let's see what happens. And the guy had 5 tackles, 2 for a loss. And I don't know how many hurries he had, but it was insane, man. It was insane. I tip my hat to that young man because that's another one just stepped up out of nowhere that took care of business. You guys, who else defensively would you say? Because there's a number of other ones, but who else would you say with defense that really stepped up?
Before we get past this, I told you this on Saturday. James Williams, for all the Husker fans out there, go back a few years to yesteryear, another number 90. Bruce
You did.
Moore.
Yep, that was a great analogy.
I see so much between the two. They both got high motors. That compare, and they both wore number 90. Just so crazy.
Both wore
about
number 90.
that.
And you know what, Raff? Another characteristic that's similar to him and Bruce Moore is that kind of just march to the beat of their own drum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just the motor's always going. Just guys that just say, you know what, I just want to play football. I just want to play football. And that's exactly the way that James Williams and the entire defense, as far as that goes, played on Saturday. They just wanted to go out and play football.
Yeah, with James, it's so interesting because like he's got a great story and he's got like the feel good stuff off the field, though, tug on the heartstrings a little bit. But then also, he's like the perfect example of just like not being able to, not allowing the coaching staff to keep him off the field.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
he doesn't have the sexy recruiting ranking. He doesn't have the big, all the hype and glitz and glamour around him. But he's one of those guys that I would assume that in practice where they've given opportunities to other guys that maybe have some of the higher profile status in terms of recruiting rankings and stuff. He's one of those that every time he goes onto the field, he keeps on showing up and showing out. And I just imagine T. Knighton's just stand there and be like, well, I can't keep this guy off the field. He's done this. Like, he's got it figured out. James Williams just keeps on making plays.
So black shirt in his locker this week?
I don't know.
I don't know how they do that. It feels like, I don't know if they take away shirts. I don't know if they give.
I think you can add
They'll
one.
definitely take them away.
You can add one. You can add one.
Yeah, they'll definitely take them away. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention the Boom Sheeny. The Boom Sheeny, 5 punch, 251 yards. He was averaging 50.2 yards a punt. 69 yards was his longest one.
He had a
man.
61 and a 69.
Yeah.
And threw the best pass of the day.
And got folded like a lawn chair on one of the plays too.
Yes. Dude, another reason why this off week's gonna be big, because I'm not sure, like, his back's got to be sore.
Yeah,
bro.
mine's sore, and I didn't even get bent like a scorpion.
Brian Buschini is a guy that was an unsung, I can't say unsung hero because he got plenty of props. People were talking about it, but man, he played a heck of a game where field position was so important. And so Buschini, man, hats off to you, young man, because I tell you what, he had his foot's probably tired, his back's probably tired, the whole nine, but he took care of business. Defensive, what else, you guys? Obviously, we talked about
Sierra Wright.
Sierra Wright, man. Sierra Wright, dude, he's one of those guys that just came in. He ended up with 4 tackles, 2 solo tackles as well. Dude, we were talking about on the spillover. Sierra Wright just reminds me of just an old school corner. And I'm talking about that old NFL days that likes to come up and just hit.
Yep.
He likes to get his nose in the dirt, does not mind coverage, but also doesn't mind coming up supporting the run. And we needed it big time against the big running back.
He had a big deflection in the end zone on one of their passes into the end zone.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. What do you grade? When we come back, we'll do a few little grades for that as well. Got the RGT, a little bit of spillover as well, folks. It's Victory Monday. It's The Drive, 937 a ticket.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in October. Try their brand new caramel apple butter cream cheese or apple coffee cake muffins through their new partnership with local apple orchard, Picnic Hill. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe. At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. October is pork month, so now through October 13th, enjoy fresh pork belly for $2.99 per pound. Fairway's hickory smoked bacon 16-ounce packs for $4.99, fresh pork sausages for $2.99 per pound, and all-natural pork Boston butt for $1.88 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
This is State Senator Carolyn Bosson. Public safety is important in our community. I have a proven record of protecting public safety. I have prosecuted perpetrators of domestic violence, advocated for the rights of child abuse victims, held sexual predators accountable, and fought to keep drug traffickers off our streets. This is Senator Carolyn Bosson, and I will continue to fight to keep our community safe. Vote Carolyn Bosson on November 5th. Paid for by Bosson for Legislature.
Order like a champ at Raising Cane's. With tailgates of hand-battered chicken fingers and cane sauce and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade, you can guarantee victory for every game day meal. Raising Cane's Chicken Finger, one love. Order online or on our app.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
It happens. All of a sudden, you need a plumber. Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Problem solved with Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Tailored Life is your headquarters for all things fall in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, mums, and more. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Nebraska football banked 3 wins early. It had to do that. Seeing the win against Purdue, seeing the win against Northern Iowa, even Colorado, I feel like, at least for me, the wins have been secondary. I've been trying to nitpick, they have to do this better, they have to do this better. Nick, I'm in a spot now with both the Royals, helping me see with the Huskers. We got to learn to love these teams for who they are. The bar has changed.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raising Cane's, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Old School with DP and J.
Scamper, to run with quick, light steps, especially through fear or excitement.
To escape fear or excitement?
Running through fear or excitement.
So,
right? Because of.
So everything Kyler Murray does looks like a scamper.
Yeah.
Because he looks like a little kid who just stole his mom's purse.
Yeah.
And is trying to avoid.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody. We are back again. It's The Drive. 93.7 The Ticket. Husker Victory Monday.
So you guys know what?
Just faded out.
Yeah. Why did it just abruptly stop? Anyway, best part about this next weekend too, Nebraska can't lose.
Can't lose, baby.
You're you're still gonna have just one loss after this next weekend.
Can't lose.
Yeah.
The last time that Vandy, I just looked it up, the last time Vandy beat Alabama was in 1984. They ended a 26-game winning streak for Bama in their homecoming game. So that was just a phenomenal game all the way around.
Who took over for Bear Bryant?
It wasn't Shula.
No, Shula
I was way
later.
back. It was what is his name? I have to look it up.
We're gonna find this out.
I feel like I should know this.
You should. You're gonna be an honorary Bama.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't figure out who that was.
After
Ray Perkins.
it was Ray Perkins.
Ray Perkins.
How could you forget?
I knew it. I didn't even look it up.
I didn't know it. I had no
I
idea.
just had to remember, go back to it.
We see right here.
Here's a question.
What's that?
Who was before Nick Saban?
Oh, God. Oh, Shula.
Nice.
That was Shula.
And then Francione was there or whatever.
Yeah.
They had a slew of coaches during that time, man.
Yeah.
Like every couple of years. Unknown texter from Phoenix. What's happening in 1925? What's up, guys? I have a question on whether you think this record games means a little more. I know that everyone's saying we won in a one-score game. We've done that time and time again, even as bad as we've been. What's different here is we showed signs of our classic collapse. We refrained from collapsing. Do you think that speaks volumes that there has been progress in the department of stopping the collapse?
It's exactly what I kind of talked about at the start.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Where it's like, this looked a lot like last year, but Nebraska
They
won.
they would have lost that.
Strong defensive performance.
Yeah.
Mediocre offensive performance. Sometimes at times on Saturday's game, poor offensive performance. And Nebraska did enough to win the game.
Nebraska simply found ways not to kill themselves, put it that way. You know what I'm saying? In years past, a number of years past, we would have found a way to mess that game up with a untimely penalty, an untimely turnover, a major collapse on something offensive or defensively, and that just didn't happen, which was good to see because we've always seen that movie so many times.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not careful, that self-fulfilling prophecy kicks in. You find yourself losing games like that, like we have before in the past.
And don't get me wrong, it came with, maybe Rutgers helping Nebraska out at times, getting away from the run, turning over the football, penalties, and things like that. But I think, like, once again, to that texter's point, like the roles have been reversed, right? Like they a different texter points out, I think Rutgers just collapsed more than Nebraska did. I think that's a good, somewhat of a way to put it, and that's okay because it's who collapsed latest.
Mm-hmm.
That's who won the game. And
do that.
There you go.
I'm going to say Big Ty and Hutchmacher, the polar bear. They like I said, all of a sudden you didn't see a ton of. They just were disruptive more than anything else, man, and it opened things up for the backers. Hence, James Williams ended up, like I said, five tackles, 2 for sacks, a number of hurries as well. They just collectively played well defensively, and I would give the defense, you guys, just me, I'd give the defense an A-, man,
for sure.
What about yourself, Raff?
I'm with you there.
A-. What about offense? What are you giving the offense grade wise?
Raff? I know where I'm going.
C-.
C-.
I would say just C. I mean, yeah, just the letter grade C. I think you're right there.
Yeah, I would go with C with it. C, and maybe even a borderline D+ as far as that goes, because there were some things in there to where we were fortunate that didn't cost us later on. But the key thing is, man, they got the game, they won. Special teams. What do you guys grade in special teams?
Raff?
I'll give them a D. What the heck?
What about you, Nick?
I think the punting. I mean, the punt block.
Oh, yeah. I guess the punting. C plus, C.
Yeah, I mean, you don't feel good about it. I would say probably around the C area, but you don't feel good about it. I mean, it's fine. At some point, I mean, there's going to be games going forward. We say it every week where they're going to need to be able to bring, trot on out a field goal kicker. I mean, what if Rutgers would have caught a touchdown, that touchdown pass that they should have caught, and Nebraska, it's in overtime. Rutgers gets held to a field goal, and it's 17-14, and Nebraska is 4th and 4 from their own or from the Rutgers 23-yard line. Are you going to feel confident trotting out a field goal kicker to tie the game in overtime?
Nope.
I mean, you have to plan for these situations.
Absolutely, and that'll cost you.
You just hope that whether it's Alvano once he gets back to being healthy, or whether it's John Hull, I mean, whoever it is, figure out the way to do that. I should say the kicking unit figure it out. So, all right,
I'm going to say as far as special, Bushini's getting an A plus as far as that goes. I'm giving him the highest grade you possibly can. The rest of the special teams, I'm going probably with an F, man. If you look, there was one in the fourth quarter. Ramir Johnson, instead of just fair catching it, he didn't fair catch it. He got it and end up sliding at the 14-yard line. You just fair catch, you get the ball at the 25-yard line. Those things will cost you later. The 2 block punts, obviously, those don't help at all. So that special teams is still got to continue to improve as far as that goes. But Bushini, I mean, the guy, I'm giving him definitely an A plus because I tell you what, he was that's my game MVP for Nebraska as far as that goes.
Before we get to RGT, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, Raffy. Oh, sorry, AD.
Real fast. Aaron, Fred at Horberg, yes. What about the pass out of the punt formation? Absolutely. And Aaron, good morning, guys. Good morning to you, Aaron. He says the win looks better now that Michigan lost to Washington, that lost to Rutgers. That's a great point. Also, remember, Virginia Tech should have beat Miami. Defense played amazing on Saturday. I would agree. Go ahead, Raffy.
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take, proudly sponsored by Cigars Lounge, 800 Q Street. Go on there between 12 and 5 p.m. to get 15% off your tab. Just say you listen to The Drive and 93.7 The Ticket. I believe I was there on Friday. Great place. Today's
we were there on Friday.
Today's Raff's Good Take. I was going to give this out last week, and I let the week get away from me, but I did not want to forget about this. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to Javen Wright. If you had the opportunity to catch the new Chasing 3 that came out last week, goes a little bit more into detail to what he's been dealing with over the last couple of months. Just the attitude that he's displayed and being able to get back out on the field is just super cool. And I just wanted to give Javen Wright Raff's Good Take because you are definitely a hero the way you have, just overcame the battles that you've been dealt with.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, Javen. It's good to see him back out there, man, because blood clots is that's a serious thing right there, man. To see him back was awesome. The 80 attitude adjustment for today, folks, is pretty laid back. It's not laid back. It's actually one that's it makes you reflect. I want to give a big shout out to Dr. Pat Clare. Yes. Dr. Pat Clare, the former Nebraska our team surgeon, passed away last week. 40 years that he was there. Actually, I think it's longer than that. I think it was like 60. I think close to 60 years he served in that capacity. Played for Nebraska, number 44. Shout out to his family. He did so much for Nebraska, not just for athletics, but just in general, man. He had an attitude of love, compassion, and care, and was very, very, very soft-spoken. Yep. Didn't say a lot, but when he did, he meant it. So our thoughts and prayers go out to the whole Clare family, Tim Clare, John Clare, the entire family out there as they lay him to rest on this Saturday. But man, have an attitude of Dr. Clare where he just loved people, man, a lot of compassion. So again, our thoughts and prayers go out to the Dr. Pat Clare and his entire family.
Yeah. And super cool what the university did by putting the emblem on the goalpost there. Yeah. That's super awesome.
Absolutely.
All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Be nice to each other and go Big Red.